super, super, super aggressive, and then like finish off the games with a couple of these, like maybe pump spells, or like maybe a Pride of Conquerors. In the sideboard, we got a few things to try to go a little bit bigger. Like if they've got a bunch of sweepers and chain whirlers and stuff, like maybe the Hazards can get us somewhere. And there's some few matches that maybe even Tocatli, like versus Winding Constrictors and stuff, might come into play. But for the most part, this is just a uh, go wide strategy. Just gonna try to go wide, try to go fast, try to get things turned sideways, and hope we play some more of the control decks that we've been getting paired versus a couple few days. What did I think of the new previewed mechanics? I don't really care. It's just Magic. The mechanics don't really matter to me, no matter what they are. Hey, Asmodeus? I think that's how you pronounce your name. I'm not sure. Thank you for the follow 2 minutes ago. Have I even been live 2 minutes? I have not even been live 2 minutes. You followed right before I went live. Wow. That is foreshadowing at its best. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's really hard to evaluate any mechanic until you see the card with the mechanics. Like, they're just words until you see the cards. Right? For example, like Storm would be the worst mechanic ever if every Storm card costs like 14 mana and said, you know, bring a 3/3 into play. Like until we know the mechanics, we just can't really. I don't think any of that stuff really matters. I'm gonna keep this hand. Basically, I want to experiment with it. Okay, cool. Well, we've got the auto loss round 1. We had not been getting paired versus a lot of these, so theoretically, hopefully, we don't get paired versus more than one of the last 2 or 3 leagues we played versus like one red deck a league. Guess I easily block if they attack. I would trade it for any 2 of his things. But if they just have a Chain Whirler, I don't think we can even win the match. They don't have a Chain Whirler, we have a chance. Especially if we draw another land. Easily would trade this Warrior for either Beaumont. Whoops, I forgot to attack with the Vigilance one. Because I'm silly. Just trying to go a little too fast. To be 100% honest about it, I didn't even realize he sacked the Beaumont. It's like I completely blanked that the Vigilance bro was there. Guess this is an easy block. I'll even double block it for poops and giggles. Their hand's really bad if this is just 2 lands here. I assume they had to kill this one, right? Do I want to play this one? It's an extra point of damage and it guarantees we flip this, but that was a play mistake. I probably should have cast Vanguard beforehand. Well, no, I didn't want to cast the Vanguard beforehand because if they used a removal spell, I wanted to still be able to cast the History. They're 15 cards deep, and so far we've dodged Chain Whirlers. But the second that they play one, we're dead. They're so dead the second that they play one. Oh look, they found a Chain Whirler, and the game's over. I literally do not think we can come back from this. Their life total is way too high, and Chain Whirler's that good versus us. And now they have a Chandra in play to boot. To boot. They don't use a removal spell. Next turn we could hit a land and make a token and pride, but they're going to do something. It's like unreasonable to not expect them to do something here. Well, that wasn't anything that mattered. Alright, SOL, friends. Attack with them all just doesn't do anything. Like we literally die to Chain Whirler being cast every time it's cast. So our outs now are close to nothing. Alright, second Chain Whirler, and they still have a Soulscar Mage. Wipes our team down to 1. That's game. So, what do we have that's useful in these matches? Not a lot. To bring in these, try to stop Chain Whirler a little bit. We'll bring in this for the same principle to in Fury stop Chain Whirler a little bit. Not actually sure what to take out here. I think these Dauntless Bodyguards are okay. I think these Legion's Landings are okay. I think the Beaumonts are probably the worst cards here. I guess I'll cut some of these because of removal spells. Don't want to get 2 for 1. Still have 27 creatures kind of like this. Alright, well, it's a keep. Basically, we just have to keep trying to dodge Chain Whirler. All we can do with this deck. Oh my god, I thought that was the other one. I thought that was Inspiring Vantage. Wow, super punt. Super punt, seriously. We'd be at 21, they'd be at 18. We'd be able to play this Pride next turn. Now we just have to play this, and when they play the Chain Whirler, we're SOL. So this technically superpowers our Pride. Guess we can attack with everything here. Kind of clears the board, so I'm fine with that. So I lose nothing in that exchange. I'm going to play this and save this one. Still think we will lose this game if they have a chain whirler. Especially if they have like one removal spell and a chain whirler. Well, there's the removal spell. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're more than dead. Ugh. Alright. So we lost the game that they cast Chain Whirler. We won the game that they didn't when I just elbowed the hell out of my water. So how do sideboarded games change? I don't think they change too much. I'm gonna bring these in on the sideboard actually. Just because maybe there's a chance that we can burn some damage down on them and be able to finish them off of a Banefire. I don't think the Beaumont Courier does a whole lot on the draw. I don't think it did much on the play, which is why I sideboarded 2 out. Like, they have too many things that block it well, and then it dies the Chain Whirler. We can't take out everything that dies the Chain Whirler in this deck, though, because, you know, our whole deck dies the Chain Whirler. Probably have to mulligan this hand. Yeah, I think I have to mulligan this hand. No, this hand's better. Doesn't look like a game that will be needing that. That one's really good versus us. That one's pretty good versus us too. We've already mulliganed one of those away, so that's disappointing. This doesn't look like a game we're going to win. It's like a game we're going to get buried pretty quickly in. But presumably, like if the rest of their hand's bad, like there's no Chain Whirler, no Phoenix, no Chandra, this is a game that we could still win, maybe? Because they just had 2 Glorybringers and a Disintegration in their hand or something. I think we could win that game. The Pride of Conquerors and the history is going to do some work. It's just, do we get 3 turns? And what does our board look like after 3 turns if we do get 3 turns? It's the big questions here. Can't block here. He's just representing a removal spell way too easily. Yep. We didn't get there. Guess we can attack with both of these. Gets 2 damage in. We still have 3 blockers. Not too much we can do, though. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we do this, we'd be taking 4, 5, 6. I guess that's about the best we can do. I assume they still have the removal spell, so I assume they're going to kill one of these and these in the end, and then we have no out. Because we can't beat. Maybe we shouldn't have blocked that. We'd had one more thing. We'd have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 exactly, I think. If they had nothing else. So we can gain 1 life. That doesn't help. So we are dead. You could have had a bunch of different spells, though. I don't know. Maybe that block was just wrong. I think that block could have been wrong. So we'd had 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'd had 16 damage. Yeah, the block had to just be wrong. Yeah, keep this. Not a mountain, so I guess that's a good sign. Not as good a sign as we had originally hoped. Should be able to run over this deck. Like, their deck doesn't block particularly well. Spell Pierce in the main. I don't think Spell Pierce is a remotely playable magic card, much less a main deckable card. Maybe we're not going to run over this deck then. Especially if they have an Essence Scatter now. It's 3 days in a row that we've got paired versus this blue deck. First time in 3 days we saw Spell Pierce. Hmm. I guess this is fine. I just want to flip this. I know I'm going to be losing my bigger person here. That seemed like a weird block to me, but what do I know? Guess we'll just pass. Don't really have anything going on for us. Don't really want to trade my Marshall for his Jin. Second gen, wonderful. That attack seems weird now. So if we attack with them all, he just eats this, doesn't die. That was disappointing. I knew they played Wizard's Retort, but I was kind of hoping they wouldn't have one. Like, I'm dead on board here. Okay. Just had to hope they didn't have the island. I couldn't win if they had the island. Maybe I should have attacked and threw away one vampire, but that doesn't get me anywhere at all. Gets me an additional draw step. Oh, I can't stand this shit that they've turned off. Oh god, that aggravates me. I don't have anything in our sideboard for this match either. Just gonna have to, hopefully they don't draw the counter spells early. We're getting pretty smashed here. I think we'll do a lot better on the play. I'll actually bring in one of you and get rid of one of you. Yeah, we'll keep Double Pride sucks so. This hand's like really, really bad. I mean, this hand is horrendous. Not getting any better. Is it bad that I'm going to throw away a Pride of Conquerors if I need to kill that? Just because I think this counter matters that much? I think I'd rather play this. I still think they have more Essence Scatter effects than they do the other things. Pirate Wizard, kind of annoying. Oh wow, I didn't attack. I'm an idiot. Now I can attack because of Merfolk. Oh no, that's... The Merfolk guy would be too annoying right now. Yeah. Would have tapped the Marshall down, made the Beaumont a 1-1, and killed it. So at least we made a wise choice there. God damn, they have an unsummoned too. Ugh. Of course, why wouldn't you have another counter spell? That's screw it, I'm attacking with both now. Feel like we're too far behind to play around another trickster. This guy's version of this deck is a lot different than the other versions I've saw. I'm not sure it's for the better, but I'm making bad plays because of it. Alright, probably just can't beat that card. We still have like two relatively dead cards in our hand too. I guess we're just passing here. You know, any permanent we draw next turn would get us bigged. Is that a word? Bigged? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 have no real way to gain life, so I guess we're just attacking with everything and hoping he blocks poorly. Don't know how poorly he can actually block though. I feel like we're just SOL either way. The go is hopefully he blocks this here and like this here. Well, we got the block we wanted. So now we're way ahead on at least the table, and they immediately draw another harvester. Guess I attack with it all. They probably have to try to block the marshal again. If they don't, we just let this happen, right? And then the next turn, we've got the dunes to use. I don't think we can lose this game. Like how I called those Proud of Conquerors probably dead cards, and then like there's a reason, almost the sole reason we won. I'm not changing anything. I consider bringing in spyglasses for just the harvesters, but I don't know how many harvesters they're playing, so that's probably too narrow. This hand's pretty atrocious as well. Alright, whatever, I'm mulligan it. Same hand but worse. Wish we'd kept the original 7. And that's game, folks. Can't really come back from that. When your opponent's drawing 2 cards a turn the entire game to your 1, it's almost impossible to come back. It's like right there, like that's like a pretty bad magic play. Like to bounce half of a card for your card, but it just doesn't even matter because of the situation that we're in. We're drawing way too many cards. Eh. It is, but like I don't know if I care about Trickster. Like I don't think Trickster ever beats me. I think things like this card's what beats me. Like, I think Trickster's just a magic card that gets him a little value, but like even what he did with it, like I don't think that ever matters. I think it's stuff like this and the Tempest Gens that matter. And we don't have anything that interacts with either of those favorably. Maybe if we draw Clifftop Retreats and they don't have a counter spells, the 2 reinforcements would be good enough. But like again, like I just don't think this matters. It's like it's just trading a card for a card. It can do that regardless. Oh, it's not even trading a card for a card then. I'm pretty sure we could have scooped this game on turn 2 when they cast the first Curious Obsession. Like, I don't think we've been able to win since that point with any draw in our deck. So starting off to a quick 0-2. I feel like we're a pretty strong favorite in this match too, but we mulliganed and then we played 3 creatures to their 7 or 8 or whatever. Because they got to draw 5 or 6 more cards than us, or 3 or 4 more cards. I'm too lazy to actually do the math. I don't care. It's the 3rd day in a row I've got paired versus that blue pile, though. It's the first time I've even it's the first time I've lost to it. And I feel like if we ran the match back like multiple times, I'd still be a favorite. But losing that match after we lost a Chain Whirler match is kind of sad. Saddening. We got double Pride to Conquer again. Our draws are just not working out with this deck. We're constantly drawing the wrong half. Guess I'm going to attack because the Dauntless Bodyguard probably just gets swept up by a Chain Whirler or gets blocked by a Karizev or something if we don't. I like how he turned the corner like really fast versus the non-Chain Whirlers. Again, if he plays a Chain Whirler, the game's over. If he doesn't play a Chain Whirler, we probably still win. Casting Shock on this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually need that. Because we can't get City's Blessing no matter what here. This is the only way to make them make bad blocks. They have to block more, they're still taking 10. Alright, no Chain Whirler. We got by one. I think these are good in this. I think these are good here as well. I don't think I want the Hazards in this build. And because they have so many burn spells and I don't want to get 2 for 1, I'm going to start by taking those out. And I'm going to take these out because we just brought in better creatures, I think. That sounds fine. Nothing to write home about, but it's fine. I'll lead like this, so Chain Whirler's not that bad for us. Like, we still get to keep one dude, which obviously isn't great, but could be worse. They have a second Chain Whirler. I'm going to call it a game over on the spot. And they have a long time to draw it, too, because, like, we're not even close here. They have the second one, so the game's just over. Alright. That's how easy it is to lose versus the Chain Whirler decks. I'm going to bring a couple of these in. Give us, I guess, some hope on the play versus Chain Whirler. Alright, well, this hand's a keep. Boom. Goes the dynamite, says our opponent. I'm not blocking with either, so it doesn't matter what they tank on here. Gain a life, attack. He would have to double block to kill it. And if he double blocks, we'll probably just sack our bodyguard. So now they need to kill the marshal and a heroic reinforcement. I guess I'm just passing this one then. Probably getting blown out by a removal spell here. Can I even attack? I don't know if I can even attack. Removal spells are just so good versus me that I don't feel like I can attack here. No, that was a play mistake. I had to attack. While the Benelish Marshal was a 4/4, I should have attacked. Because if he had a non-shock spell, he would have already killed the Marshal. That was just a horrible play by me. That was a horrible play by me. Wow. For some reason, I forgot that this got bigger. I forgot the second half of the heroic or reinforcements giving my guys +1/+1. Wow. I play horrendous. You don't deserve to win. They have to block at least 2 creatures here. Hmm. Well, they're dead from this block. Still have to cast it, even though it's not lethal anymore. Does put them at a really low life, though. And hopefully between our board and the Hazard, it'll be enough next turn. There's a good chance that it is. They don't have any very good blocks here. They block the 3 biggest, they still go to 2, and then we just untap and kill them with Hazard. I guess going to 1 works as well, but I don't know how they win from here. I'm pretty sure we just untap and win with Hazard in all situations. I don't think they can gain life. But that's not true. They can kill our Hazard. Like, double removal spell kills our Hazard, so we can still lose. And now this thing's going to untap. Is it worth it to trade one of these for this? I mean, it might as well. They can always block with it later anyway. Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see what 2 cards they have. If we ever draw Heroic Intervention, I think we'll win. Okay, we just win then. They're tapped out. Can't do anything about the second attacker. Ah, cool. They didn't draw Chain Whirler and we got there. Basting Root Walla. That's an interesting name. I think this hand's a keep. It's probably a pretty easy keep, and if we see a mountain, we're probably dead. I like how I specifically choose this deck because we had not been getting paired versus mountains the past 3 days, and 3 out of our first 4 matches was mountains. Alright, whatever. This is what our deck does. If he's got it, he's got it. I'm not going to play around it. I don't think I can play around it with this hand. Could have like played the cartouche and kept this thing alive and then like played this, but it's just a less powerful draw. And they tap this for red, so it's turn 3 Chain Whirler, and that's game. Like, I literally think we can concede now. I'm not even exaggerating. I actually think we can just concede now. The red black decks are the best deck in the format by 10 miles, so I can't, be upset that people were playing them or anything. It's just that it seemed like people had stopped playing them. Like, physically can't win. I also don't think competition on Moto is particularly high. I actually think it's very low. I'm one of the people that thinks that MTGO competition is like way overstated. I think it's hard to decide whether you're attacking with or blocking with Beaumont or not. Pretty sure you just are. Well, I guess you're just not. Maybe they know something I don't. I guess that means they have a Glorybringer? No, Murderbolt makes more sense. Like, I actually think MTGO's, the leagues now, I'm not talking about like the MOCSs, the PTQs, things like that. I don't play those, I can't comment on those. But I actually think the leagues are pretty weak. Like, I consider myself a pretty bad Magic player, and I even think that I win like over 60% in the leagues, which a bad Magic player shouldn't be doing, especially if the leagues themselves are hard. Not sure that I can beat much of any spell here. Oh, I certainly can't beat that. So I don't even have anything I can attack with here, because we just die to this no matter what next turn. So I might as well just slam this and have fun. Because we have now lost. I mean, I can believe that, but most Friday Night Magics are super casual. Like, they're basically kitchen table magic. Like, I don't think even average like Grand Prix trials and stuff are weaker than, or like, I think Magic Online's weaker than those. We're definitely dead. There's not a lot for them to think about. Like, they can easily just block three things, still live, and beat us with the Flyers. I don't know why I'm not conceding. Maybe they'll do bad math. Nope, they didn't do bad math. Just click OK. The game's over. I'm tapped out. Alright, tired of waiting on them. I'm going to make their decision for them. I don't know. Like the game is 100% over, so. And I'm impatient. I really just hate these versus removal spells. Guess I'm going to bring these back in. One Banefire. Sure. I wonder if this card is going to ever be good if we draw it. "22 lands doesn't really feel like enough for 6/4 drops, but I brought the charge in because it's like a 1-mana way to hopefully like survive a Chain Whirler turn. Yeah, we'll keep it. Anything but a land gets scratched to the bottom. Right on time, Banefire, but you'd be a Beaumont curve. You wasn't a Banefire, so I'm not overly upset to not have that one. Land? Not a land, so we just lose. Well, I'm going to cast this one. He didn't have the Chain Whirler last time, so. Still just don't think things get better for us. Like, I'm still just taking 6 damage this turn. Like, how good is a Phoenix on this turn if they just play Phoenix? Seems really good to me. Trying to think of the cards we can beat, and I'm struggling to even do that. Yeah, that's not a card we can actually beat. Can't beat a Glorybringer either. Yep, can't beat that. And there's the Chain Whirler. And alright, well, 1-3 this league. play the last match just for testing, but I mean, we got paired versus 3 chain roller decks out of 4. We obviously didn't expect to win in that scenario. Like in the pre-game write-up, we specifically said if we get paired versus chain roller decks, we have no chance. And the only reason I was even considering this or trying this deck today is because we'd been getting paired versus basically 1 chain roller deck a league, if that, over our past 3 or 4 days. It felt like they disappeared all up until I choose to play this deck anyway. Everybody saw that I was streaming this deck, so they all queued up. That's what I'm going to pretend anyway. And we'll concede to our opponent this match whether we win or lose. That stream has been dead the past couple of weeks. I don't even think I average 10 viewers anymore. Though I do appreciate those that are here. This is a chain roller deck. Can we just concede on turn 1? No removal spell, please. Yay! How you like me now, Peter 780108? So now they probably have to decide between counterspelling this and flipping the Legion. And they missed a land drop. Okay. Guess I don't want them to disallow this trigger, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. Give them a chance to contempt this, because we can resolve history if they do. If they don't cast anything, we're just going to use the Danto. I guess they could have settled the wreckage. Am I going to play around settled the wreckage? I guess so. I don't know if I should, but I guess I will. Alright, no settle. That should be game. Guess I could have double fatal push still. Alright, I think I want this here. I think I want this here. Kinda think I don't want these too much. But I think they're probably better than them. I think this deck's pretty good versus this type of deck. So hopefully our opponent reads what I wrote, because I'll feel pretty bad if we just beat somebody like that. Like, be pretty discouraged. I never want to beat anybody like that. If it happens too many more times, I'm going to have to stop playing these extra matches, which makes the stream and the YouTube videos suffer, but... which I really don't want to have to do. Hopefully they use another removal spell so their history definitely resolves. Hey JJ, what is up, friendo? Hope everything's lovely for you. You showed up just in time to see us currently be 1-3 and up a game versus this person. Hopefully this resolves. It does. Which means we probably get to flip this Legion's Landing now. Wait, what? Why is it not attacking? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I probably will be, but I'm not 100%. Still have some working things that I have to do today. So say opponent blocks the biggest, they're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then they're taking 24 damage this turn. So basically we know we win, but we're going to concede before they have a chance to lose. I don't want to beat anybody like that. So we technically went 2-3 in the league. And everything's locked up. I can't get back to the game. But I didn't want to give them a chance to concede because they did not acknowledge what I wrote. So that was like a pretty powerful draw. Unfortunately, we got paired versus 3 Chain Whirler decks and dropped the 2 of them. And then, you know, you still lose matches occasionally. This deck's fun, obviously. Like, it can have powerful draws, but Chain Whirler's just not a beatable Magic card. For a deck like this. So it's not a deck I would recommend unless you're just wanting to have fun and not care. But anyway, take care everybody. We're going to hop off and thank you so much for watching. And there's a good chance I'll be back at midnight my time, but it really depends on whether I can get all my work done in the next 2.5 hours. And I don't know what I'll stream when I come back. There's a chance that it's Arena because we've not streamed Arena this week. All really just depends. But take care, everybody.